You ever wonder how just a few simple words can completely change a situation? Well, today we're going to jump into a classic fable that shows us exactly that, how wit can totally outsmart brute force. This is the story of the Lion and the Rabbit, and believe me, it's all about the power of telling a good story. So, our story kicks off with this one simple sentence. But wow, it really sets the scene, doesn't it? We've got our villain, the lion, and we've got the setting, the forest. But the most important word here isn't lion or forest. It's that very first one, cruel. And cruel is just the perfect word. It tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just a predator hunting to survive. No, this is a tyrant, an animal who actually enjoys hurting others. That one little word raises the stakes for every single creature living in that forest. And yeah, this wasn't just a random once-in-a-while thing. This was a daily reign of terror. Can you imagine living with that kind of constant threat, day in and day out? That shared terror is what finally forces the animals to do something. And this feeling, this constant state of being afraid, that's the engine of the whole story. It's what pushes the animals from being helpless victims to taking this huge, desperate risk together. So what do you do when you're up against a bully you just can't beat? Well, you try to make a deal. The animals come up with this incredibly risky plan, but it's a plan they think they absolutely have to make if they want to survive. Okay, so let's break down this deal they cooked up. It's kind of wild when you think about it. First, they promise to serve up one of their own every single day. In return, the lion agrees to stop his random hunting sprees. The goal here is to protect the community, even if it comes at a terrible, terrible price. And this whole fragile peace treaty is built on a single thing, a promise. I mean, that's a powerful idea, but it's also a promise made with a known tyrant. That's what makes this whole situation so incredibly tense. And this is what it's all about for them. This is the prize they're after, to finally feel safe. They're willing to accept a guaranteed death for one of them each day just to get rid of the randomness of the threat. It's a pretty grim choice to have to make. So this dark routine gets going, day after day. But you know how stories are. Things are about to take a sharp turn, all because one small animal decides he's not going to play by the rules anymore. And then it's the rabbit's turn. But look at what he does. He doesn't just accept his fate, no. He goes very slowly. This is on purpose. He's not just running late, he's making the king of the jungle wait for him. You know, that word finally tells you a lot, doesn't it? It suggests this horrible routine has been going on for quite a while. The dread has been building, and now, at long last, it's the rabbit's turn to face the music. And, well, you can probably guess what happens next. You make a guy like that wait, he's not just going to be a little annoyed. He's going to be angry. The rabbit has broken the deal, and he has definitely poked the bear. Or, the lion. But here's the twist. Getting the lion angry, wanting to fight, was exactly what the rabbit was counting on. He wasn't just being tardy. He was setting a trap. He is intentionally walking into the most dangerous situation you can imagine. So that brings us to the big question, right? The lion is furious. The rabbit is tiny. By all accounts, he's toast. How on earth is he going to survive this? He can't fight his way out, so he's going to have to think his way out. And this is where the whole story shifts. It becomes this classic showdown. You've got the lion's raw power, his brawn, up against the rabbit's quick thinking, his brains. And it's all going to go down with a very clever trick. I mean, just look at the matchup here. It's completely lopsided. The lion has all the power. He's cruel, angry, and strong. And the rabbit? He's scared and small, but he has one secret weapon the lion doesn't. He's clever. And being clever is like having a superpower here. The rabbit knows he can't possibly win a physical fight. His only chance is to turn this into a puzzle, a trap, made of words that the lion's mind will fall into, not his body. And here it is, the beginning of his brilliant plan. Instead of saying, "Sorry, I'm late," he replies with a story. He invents a rival lion. See what he's doing? He's not making an excuse. He's playing directly to the lion's enormous pride. This reply is like the opening move in a chess game. It's not an apology. It's a story, carefully designed to use the lion's own anger and ego against him. It's genius. And you know what? The lion totally falls for it. He buys the story, hook, line, and sinker. So now, the rabbit is leading this furious king to an old well, setting the stage for the final act of his trick.
He tells the lion that this other king lives way down at the bottom of the well. It's a crucial detail because it forces the lion to stop, to peer down into the dark water, and that's exactly where the rabbit needs him to be.
And this is it, the climax. The lion looks down and sees his own reflection, but his rage is so blinding, all he sees is a challenger. His one and only instinct is to attack, to fight this new lion. And so, without even a split second of hesitation, he leaps right into the trap. And just like that, it's over. The lion is gone, defeated by his own reflection and his own anger. The trick worked. So what does this mean for everyone else in the forest? What's the aftermath? Well, the outcome is a total win. The tyrant is gone, and for the first time in a long time, all the other animals are finally safe. They were all very pleased. I mean, they were thrilled with the rabbit. He was a hero. And in the end, it wasn't claws or teeth that saved them. It was a story told incredibly well that won the day. You know, this simple little story really shows you something pretty profound. A well-told story, a clever idea, can be more powerful than the biggest, strongest bully out there. It really makes you think, doesn't it? We all have the power of words. The only question is, what stories are we going to choose to tell with them?